Hello everybody, Blue Dooley. Today we're in Snowrunner and we are trying cargo from the ship a second time. The little opening clip was from my attempt at doing it the first time and learning that, well, the twin steer might not be a good pick for this particular mission, as I've tipped it over in that opening clip, and then I'm going to tip it over again here in a little while. So I had thought that the twin steer would be a little bit better choice than trying to get in here with a truck and a trailer. As with those 63-inch tall tires, it could handle the mud a little better. And I thought if I'm not dragging a trailer around because the off-tracking, I thought it might be a little more stable. That's not really the case. So, got in here with a crane, got the container loaded again. This particular part of the video is sped up a little bit, so I was trying to keep the video a little on the shorter side, because I know a 40-minute video of slogging through the mud isn't quite as entertaining as, just the highlights. So we're going to get out of here and promptly roll the Western Star over again. And now we're going to flop it over again. Cut out, loading it back up again. Just used a crane. The mud here is kind of one of those areas where the difficulty is there because of the mud, but some of the realism's lost from that amount of mud. If you were doing that in real life, you'd probably stick some culverts down there and then build up a road base above the water a little bit and give the trucks a good solid platform to get across. Which I understand. The developers have to kind of balance realism and making the game challenging. So this particular mission with the twin steer, it's a little bit harder than if you were trying to use a truck and trailer. As what I had thought would be the twin steer's benefit of not pivoting in the middle, it kind of hurts it, as its turn-in radius is so huge. And I didn't realize it was so tippy with those tall 63-inch tires. So if you want an extra challenge, twin steer. If you want a little less frustration, definitely use a truck and a trailer, which I'm going to do here in a little bit. We're going to get up the little roadways, and then we're going to switch over to the Navistar with a sideboard semi-trailer. Alright, switched over to the Navistar. I know it's not probably anybody but mine's first pick for a truck. I really like it. It's got plenty of power, and it's also, since it's a DLC truck, if you purchase it, as soon as you start a new game, it's in your garage, so it's the fastest way to get an all-wheel drive or six-wheel drive truck with decent capabilities. It doesn't have diff locks, which kind of hurts it until you get off-road or the mud tires unlocked, but with mud tires, it's just about unstoppable, as it's kind of demonstrating right here. And this is another point where, as an actual truck driver, I wouldn't take a truck down here. I'd probably take a pickup down there, or a Jeep, but I wouldn't take even a six-wheel drive rig like this down here at all. Nobody I know who drives truck would take one down here. We'd just look at you and go, no, figure something else out. Which, honestly, if I was going to do this job in real life, I'd just get a barge and a crane. Float the barge right up there to the sandbar, load the barge up with the crane with all the containers, and then that gets enough weight off the ship that the guys who repair the ship can work on it without the cargo falling on them. I'm going to speed the video up here a little bit as we get out and point out a few of the other flaws of using the trailers in here, as it's just tight enough. You would tear the hell out of the trailer doing this. Not even factoring in the European style underride guards or the toolbox, you'd just mangle that trailer getting through here. But again, no diff locks in this truck, and she chugs along no problem. A little slow down there, but didn't have to use the winch. And as you can see, it's a lot more stable than that twin steer. I mean, right here it bogs down a little, but boy, it looks good slogging through the mud. Yeah, just the truck's really solid for not having differential locks, and that's kind of why it's one of my favorites. I also think it looks better than a lot of the trucks. It just looks mean, so that's why I really like it. And then we'll go back to normal speed here, and this part is another hang up where realism kind of has to be suspended, because right there you would frame lock the trailer in the truck, and I doubt those drives would even be touching the ground, or you'd bend the trailer. It's that simple. You couldn't do that in real life without breaking something. Again, it's kind of a nitpick because I drive truck, and I do go off-road with them, because most construction sites aren't on well-paved roads, or where they're building a house is just a mess, especially once you get up into the mountains. I've had to throw tire chains on the truck and back up driveways, dirt driveways, because they were so steep the truck would just spin out without tire chains on it. So I know some other guys have had to use tire chains to get down dirt roads just because of the steepness. One of the guys I used to work with did logging trucks, and if you drove logging trucks, you've also thrown tire chains just to get up dirt roads and through mud. So I kind of wish that'd be something the devs might adjust in the game, is the tires with the tire chains will actually work almost better in mud than just straight mud tires will. So mud tire with a chain, you'd be just about unstoppable. To kind of speed progress up along here, I of course hooked the twin steer with a winch to the Navistar and pull it along. Excuse me. My allergies have been terrible since fall's coming around. If you've towed trucks this way, you know that second truck tends to get beat up quite a bit, and that'll happen here in a little while. I also had a bug when I was coming out to do the job for this task, where usually you go through the tunnel with a winch, towing another vehicle, and you come out fine. For some reason, the two trucks ended up inside each other, and just about totaled one of them. So when I get up here, I'm going to actually unhook the winch cable and just take each truck through by itself. I also kind of want to touch on console mods. I, of course, play on an Xbox One, as I've just found the convenience of the console it's just easier to download the game or install the game and just start playing it instead of messing with the PC settings all the time. My PC will game pretty good. I have a pretty decent graphics card. I have a GeForce 980, and I could use a little more RAM, but mainly I built the PC to do video editing. I picked up BattleTech off of Steam recently and have been playing that. Really enjoy it. But following some news on the development of the game and getting mods to work on the Xbox and the PS4 or PS5, I'm kind of excited about it. From what I've seen, watching some other YouTubers, it seems to me like Focus has the system in place. In fact, one of them just said that on the Discord server for the game, they asked people if they want their mods on console to update them to the newest version, So I think right now we're just waiting for Sony and Microsoft to get off their ass and basically say, yeah, you can have those mods on our system. Which I haven't looked at any of the mods yet, so I'm kind of hoping they'll fix a few things, like get a mod to put diff locks in that Navistar, maybe improve the AI of the truck and trailer there a little bit. As you see, Nick got beat to hell going around that corner. The game is sped up quite a bit here. But yeah, that towing a vehicle with a winch long distance is kind of a pain in the ass, because it just hits whatever's behind you. So I'm not sure about like licensed mods. I've seen comments about it's going to be like farming sim and we can't have name brand vehicles, which I mean, so you leave the badging off the truck and give it a little bit goofy name, and you change just enough of it so it's not a direct copy and you'll be fine. Here's another little issue I ran into. As you'll see, the trailer doesn't get on the bridge and we just grind it like a skateboard. I'm surprised it didn't tip over, to be honest. So that was a close call, narrowly avoided. But that part of the road too, and right here, again, you wouldn't really go that way with the twin steer or any truck and trailer for that matter through here, because you're just so close to the edge, or you'll grind the trailer on them rocks. You'd just tear something up. But it's a game. It needs to be difficult, which the game can be difficult if you're just starting out, or I think it's a little easier for me in some aspects because I do drive truck, and other times it's a little frustrating because I drive truck. But we're getting close to the end of the video here. It was kind of a fun mission after I got the twin steer out of the mess. So I would definitely recommend your favorite truck and this sideboard trailer, as the sideboard trailers, even if you tip over a little bit enough so the load comes unhooked, if you don't completely flop over on your side, you might be able to save it with a winch and then just repack the cargo. So that's just about going to do it for this video. I'm waiting on parts for the snowplow still. I got a lot more parts to order too, so it'll be a while before I get started build on that. The trailer for the CXT is coming along really nicely, and yeah, hopefully get that finished up here before too much longer. Hope everyone had a good weekend, and hopefully next weekend I can do some RC videos. So we will catch you next time. Please hit like and subscribe, as always.